Hey everyone, Mike Lovelace with Carolina Blue Smoke Barbecue and Outdoor Cooking. And today we have one of these that I've been waiting to do this for a long time. And I was like, man, let's just finally do it. And that is Cheerwine pulled pork. Here in the Carolinas, probably Virginia, South Carolina, Tennessee as well. You can go to actually a Crackle Barrel, they sell this, but Cheerwine soda. We inject this pulled pork with Cheerwine and a little bit of hot sauce, Texas Pete. You can either use Frank's or Louisiana hot sauce, whatever hot sauce you like. And then we spritz this thing with the Cheerwine every 3 hours while we were cooking it. And this thing turned out incredible. Come along with us, watch this, check it out. Please like and subscribe to our channel, Carolina Blue Smoke Barbecue and Outdoor Cooking. We just pulled it off of Lovey's Fat Life. It's going to be solely outdoor cooking, offset, reverse flows, griddles, any kind of outdoor cooking you like. You have a blessed day. Come with us. Thank you. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to trim the fat cap off both these Boston butts. I've smoked meat for a long time, leaving the fat cap on, but I've realized that by taking these fat caps off, you get a better bark all the way around. So we take it off here real quick. You can leave about 1/8 of an inch on the side that has the fat cap because it will render out. All right, next we're going to take this Cheerwine. We're going to pour a cup of it in a mixing bowl, or you can use the measuring cup here. And then we're going to take 2 tablespoons of Texas Pete, whatever your favorite hot sauce is. Pour that inside of it and just mix it up really good. And that's what we're going to inject both these Boston butts with. All right, so now we're going to take this solution. I would put it in a cup that is narrow and tall, so that way when you suck up the solution in the needle, it won't draw air. But you guys know how to inject a Boston butt or inject meat, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but you just inject this really good, and it's going to be awesome on the smoker. You'll be able to taste a hint of this. A lot of people don't think you will, but you can definitely taste just a hint of the Cheerwine and the Texas Pete, but it's not too hot though. All right, now we're going to use a slather, and we're going to slather up both these Boston butts and then hit it with some of this Dink's rub and seasoning cherry smoke bomb. It's a great rub. You need to try this one out. But you don't have to use mustard. That's just something I've always done. You want to get all sides of this. All right, to stay in the whole category of cherry, we put some cherry chunks here. I got these at Home Depot. You can get them somewhere else. I put them on top of the heat deflectors to get a little bit extra smoke wood to this meat. All right, we're going to use the RT700 Rectech. This is an awesome pellet grill. My vertical smoker, it rained real hard a couple days before, and my wood was soaked, so we could not use the vertical smoker. But this RT700 did an awesome job. All right, now we're going to put these on, let them go for 2 hours on extreme smoke, and then we'll bump it up to 225 the rest of the time. All right, it's 2 hours at 180 extreme smoke. We're gonna lift this up, spritz it, and then cut it up to 225. These things look pretty. And we've got Cheerwine here. So we're gonna spritz it with some Cheerwine. Not much, just enough to make it a little wet, a little moist. We'll do that every 2 to 3 hours. All right, the first 2 hours we hit this at extreme smoke at 180 for 2 hours, and then the rest of the time from 8 till 9 the next morning we went at 225. I normally go hot and fast 275 to 300. We had nowhere to go the next day, and we wanted to take these off between 9 and 10 o'clock and let them rest for 4 to 6 hours and eat them later in the day. So we did this on Memorial Day, but every 2 to 3 hours we hit this with Cheerwine soda, and look at the bark on these things all the way around.
All right, we have hit the internal temp that we want to hit. And man, these things smell awesome. Look great. That black goodness. That bark. All right, let's take them off. Double wrap them.
All right, these hit a 198 internal temp, and it was time for me to wrap them up and put them in our Cambro cooler. So then we just double wrap them in aluminum foil and stick both of them in there, and then we turn around and I always put a towel on top of it, like a little blanket, to keep them nice and warm. All right, so it was about 4 to 5 hours later, and it was time to unwrap these. I didn't have my gloves. I ran out of gloves, so I used my hands right here. Don't worry, we were eating this in our family. Hands were clean. After this, I did get a bunch of spark underneath my fingernails, but the bone came out pretty easy. And I'm going to let my wife, look at the smoke rings on that, but that bark was just nice and golden. And my wife's hands were jumping there to hurry up and get a taste of it. I'm going to let you hear right now what she thought about it.
Oh shit, that's good.
Is that bark good?
Mm-hmm. You slapping me, Way?
I got video on the show. As you can tell by my wife, the moans and the groans and the comments she made, that bark was killer on this. That Cheerwine was just, that caramelized outside was just awesome. All right, here's one of the Boston butts. Went ahead and pulled it. Look at them golden Cheerwine caramelized nugget on the outside. Love that bark inside mixed with your pulled pork. And we're getting ready to try this thing out. Here's a few more pictures prior to us taking our first bite. Well, my first bite. All right, we topped this off with our Cheerwine barbecue sauce. We made this the same day as well. There's going to be a link into this so you can see the recipe on how to make that Cheerwine barbecue sauce. All right, everyone. So we're going to try this pulled pork with the the black underneath my fingernails. I ran out of gloves, and it is the bark on this. It's not dirt, but we tasted it while pulling it apart, and it was really good. But injected with Cheerwine and Texas Pete, 1 cup of Cheerwine, 2 tablespoons of Texas Pete, and then the Smoke Bomb by Dink's rub and seasoning on the outside, and then we spritzed it with Cheerwine. But that thing is, man, the bark on that is incredible with that caramelized sugar, the cherry flavor, and a little bit of heat. It's just like golden nuggets of goodness, right, Michelle? It's incredibly good. We will definitely buy this rub again from Dink's. So Michael Dink Ferris, you did excellent on that rub, brother. His description will be in the video. We're going to try this on a sandwich now. All right, so we're going to try this out with that Cheerwine barbecue sauce on here as well. A big bite as well.
Wouldn't expect anything different.
That's killer. You got to try this. Dink's rub on there with the cherry bomb, Cheerwine spritz, Cheerwine Texas Pete injected. We're going to go in for 2 here. Hey, thank you guys for checking this out. We have over 100 plus videos on our channel on the playlist, pulling from Lovey's Fat Life and Lovey's Barbecue. Please like and subscribe. Have a blessed day.